Name is Sam. Welcome to Knowing with Sam. I just want to share what my 50, 53 years experience on earth has taught me about money that a lot of young people can tap into so that I don't make my own errors that I made. I made a couple of errors financially when I didn't have, when I had. I even made bigger ones when I had. And now that we are reorganizing and repursuing and so we're holding it tight. So everything is a lesson so that I don't learn. You have a bigger work. Many of us didn't have someone that advised us on how to manage money. So we are blessed to be at a time like this where you can get such resources on the internet. So if you're a young man who's coming up, who wants to have a beautiful life, you might want to tune in and just lock in and just listen. Number eight of it is the most important, which I'm still applying now to readjust some parts that I lost. Okay. Um, Number one point is I want you to understand that income is not wealth. I repeat it, income is not wealth. Many of us think that we're earning $5,000, $2,000, $10,000, 20 that we are rich. We have seen so many people. I'll use myself as an example, who was making a lot of income, and after a while, it disappeared. It felt like somebody gone into my bank and stole it. Imagine having a business that had as much as 11 outlets. I felt it was just to keep growing. At the time we were doing close to 150 to 200 million a year, in income, and we felt when the economy was even good, and it wasn't. So you have to understand that income is not wealth. I've seen people that young people less than 25 making a million a month, but they're always broke. They called me to borrow. What did they do? Lifestyle. So you understand that income is not wealth. When you think that because of an income that you make that you now have money, is not. That's for young people. This is advice for young people. So put away a percentage. Imagine if you're 25 now, 23 now, you're working, and you decide to put away 10 to 25% of your income every month. It will become a habit. And you thank yourself later. I wish I did that. We just started doing it about 10 years ago. I know what I had. So I asked myself, supposing I had done this in my 20s and 30s, and guess what? You don't. People keep preaching you must have your own business to be rich. You don't have to actually. I'll talk about that in another topic. You don't have to. If you manage your resources well, you can be a multi-millionaire, even working for somebody, as long as your income keeps growing and you're investing part of that money. Who did those lies? We are entrepreneurs. I know so many entrepreneurs that are broke. As long as you have the income coming in, you diversifying it, you're investing it right. But we'll go to that. So number one is income is not wealth. Okay? Income is income. Okay? Number two, as a young person, your 20s and 30s as your seed time. This is when you plant. Okay? The only way you can take care of your tomorrow is by taking care of today. Some of us didn't do that. We're not conscious of that. We thought tomorrow was today is forever. It is not. They say the youth is wasted on the young. I hold myself part of it accountable that we're like that. We made those errors. So you don't have to learn. So what do I mean? In your youth, in your 20s, when you should work, you should learn the craft, save every income that's coming in. It doesn't mean you shouldn't have fun. Have massive fun, enjoy yourself, but you must save a percentage of your earnings. Compose really. You see, the way life works, more money you have, more problems will come. More money, more problems. You desire more things. So what do you now do? Immediately you start earning, have the habit of saving. Okay? I have somebody that earns about $10,000 a month, and he works in one of the multinationals. But every month he's always broke due to his lifestyle and he didn't have saving habits. And even when he decided to, that's what I'm trying to tell you about going into some certain habits late in life. He couldn't do it. After 2 months, he breaks it off because he has not learned that habit. He started learning in his 40s and 45. So that's a man who's going to guarantee that tomorrow is not assured. So your 20s and 30s time for you to plant seed. Consolidate your career, focus on it, better yourself. Get better, improve in that thing you're learning. While you're doing it, you're saving, you're grooming yourself, okay? Now, number three is, please kindly remember that debt is a silent prison. I'm saying as somebody who's borrowed money to invest in business, if you are going to borrow any money at all, let it be to use to earn more money. That's what I would advise my son. If you are going to borrow any money, do not use money for flexing. Borrow money for flexing. Okay? Or borrow money to do a birthday. Borrow money to give your girlfriend. Borrow money to... Let it be that you're borrowing money for Investment. You saw an investment opportunity, you saw a land, you saw shares, and you know if I put this 1 million naira in 3, 4, 5 months, it's going to give me 1.2, 1.3, and you're very sure I will support you. So debt, now we see in Africa with so many loan app, with a button, you borrow 200,000, you borrow 100,000, you borrow 1 million. So the number of youths getting into debt in this present time is alarming, and they might never get out of it for the next 10 years. Debt is a tool for financial freedom. Debt is not a tool for luxury. Now, repeat, debt should be used as a tool towards financial freedom, not as luxury. For example, we're doing some renovations in our branch, and we looked at it. We needed some machine, we needed some promo, and we did calculation, needed some money, and we didn't want to put hands in our money. We wanted OQP, OPP, other people's money, OPM. And we approached the bank and we looked at the interest. First one, the interest was too high. Second one said, okay, we'll do at 8%. And we took the loan and we paid back. The money has given us twice the money that we borrowed it for. So please remember, debt is a poison. Okay. Number 4 is that, please, can you understand that money doesn't change who we are? It just shows who you are. So what am I trying to say? Try and form that habit. Whatever habit you form in your younger years, when you become successful, to show it. For example, if you're an asshole while you are building yourself, by the time you have money, you become a bigger asshole. I don't want to call names. You know a lot of your celebrities that are assholes. They weren't just assholes when they had the money. The lack of money suppressed it. So immediately resources came out. It shows their personality. So, but how do you control that so that you don't become a rich asshole like most of people are? Or a rich crazy guy? Start forming the habits from when you are poor, when you're coming up, when you're building yourself. This is when you adjust all your idiosyncrasies and naughtiness and excesses. Okay? A crazy person who is poor, when he becomes rich, he becomes a psycho, he becomes a narcissist. So you fix your character. So I tell people that the character you form when you didn't have is the character that will be enlarged when you have. Okay? So that is how it works. The next one is cash flow is king. You should always make sure you have cash flow. There are people that are always on red and the opportunity flies back. That's why back to the investment I was telling you about. For example, a friend can call you, oh, there's this opportunity in my office. They are doing early shares, early takers, those that will take early, or there's a property for sale, and you look at it and you start scratching, you don't have. No. You should start putting away a percentage of your income, no matter how small the money is. Such opportunities will always come. Time and chance happens to all. Only the wise are ready to receive it. You must always position yourself to take over time and chance. Okay? And talking about time and chance, you must always have a cash flow for such emergencies. A lot of the young people do not have, always on red. Always on red. No. You must always have a reserve. I wish I knew this. Then I had cash flow coming in. As it comes in, I blow it. No, compulsorily. You must pay yourself first. And how do I? You pay your landlord, you pay for your car, you pay your insurance, you pay your parents, and you don't pay yourself. The money you pay yourself is the one you put away for your tomorrow. And you take from it from time to time to invest. I wish I knew that. Why did I say it works? I started practicing in the last 6 years. If I had done it, what I've made in the last 6 years, or been able to put out to reinvest, imagine if I did it in my 20s. Okay? So that's the then. Next one, time is more valuable than money. I repeat, time is more valuable than money. Time is more valuable than money. That's the 6th point. You can get money back if you lose it in a transaction. You can't get your time back. So each stage, there's a picture in front of you as a young man. So when it's time to learn a skill, lock in and learn that skill. Your youth is not when to be going to the club, to the doing. Have a bit of fun, but you must take advantage of the time. I lost opportunity to rebuild because I was having indecisions. I didn't value what that time was. There is time and season. I was using certain time to impress people, to look rich, to look successful, while I wasn't really. There is time for that. Now, if I decide now at this age that I want to get certain things, like the car I drive, certain things I do, I'm not impressing anyone. I've worked for it. And it should come from a place of interest. But that I'm able to do just small because I wish I started it in my 20s. I should have retired by now, but it's never too late. So what was the price I'm paying? Instead of me saving 10, 20 like you guys now, I have to save about 40, 50%. So that I'll have, when I'm 60, I can retire. So time is important. Then number 7 is multiple streams of income. Okay? It's good to specialize. Do what you're doing. I always like the principle of specialization, but COVID has taught us that sometimes that one skill that you know can just wipe out. So I'm not telling you if you're doing, maybe you're on IT, next you go and set up a bakery. Then after bakery, go and be a chef. No, that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm saying about is that if you're a chef and you're paid $2,000, save $500 every month. And every year you take it and put it in mutual fund or index fund or invest to buy a property. That's kind of investment, safe investments. But those things have massive compound interest. And by the time you take your money and look at what you earned, so you should diversify. That's what I mean by diversify. I'm not telling you to be a mechanic. Next day you're a chef. Next day you're a barber. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about residual income that you can control, not those that will take you away from what you earn. Why am I saying that? Along the journey, when we felt we were making a lot of money, I veered away. We veered away from what we do entirely and wanted to go and learn another thing because we felt it was profitable. Fine, some people do it, but it distracts you. We are doing other things. We invest in consumables that have to do what we do, some FMC products. Those are related to what we do. Then property. With that, you can never go wrong. Okay? So multiple streams of income. The final one that I said you must do is lifestyle choices. A lot of us have chosen a lifestyle choice that poverty didn't come within. Truth is not only poverty that keep people is not only poverty that keeps people broke. Choices that people live keeps them broke. You make 2 million naira a month, you blow up 1.8, you indulge in things that are not necessary, you borrow all kinds of people money. You can help if you want to help, but you must invest of your tomorrow. You must invest in your tomorrow. Lifestyle will make a lot of lifestyle. Some of you call it village people. Yes, your village people are conspiring against you, but you're the one leading the village people to even know where you are. So no, your lifestyle choices. This affected me personally. I made a lot of travels. I'm already booking down the money coming from next month. And when it doesn't come, what does it do? What happens? You crash. A lot of young people do it. I did it when I was young as well. So lifestyle choices is the number one determinant of people's future. You go broke if your lifestyle choices are wrong. You eat out every weekend. You use the most expensive phone once it comes out. You want to drive the big car. You want to chill with the big boys and the big girls. You must use that Brazilian hair. You try to impress people who don't even remember you 12 months from now. No. We're all going somewhere, everybody, and that's the future. And that's where you should be very, very interested in the future. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, like I said before, I'm a 53-year-old guy who made some error, who found my way back to fixing myself, and I just shared some of the things I was careless about. That my consciousness was not. And like I said before, the first one was income is not wealth. No matter how much you earn, is not wealth. Income is different from wealth. Income is income. It can stop at any time. Number two, you young guys, your 20s and 30s is your seed time when you should give out your all. Because once you start having family, getting to a certain age, you can't do many things. There are many things I wish I can do now. People call me for opportunity, even though I don't do them. So your 20s and 30s are your seed time. Debt is a silent killer. The average youth now is owing so much money, you can easily get loans through app. In our days, you write so many applications and you're refused. It's a good thing and it's a bad thing. Now people are taking loan to buy a car, to have a birthday party, taking a loan to buy the latest phone, taking a loan to sponsor their girlfriend. No, it's wrong. You're already sowing seed of poverty for your generation, which is wrong. That's the third one. Money doesn't change people. Money just shows the kind of people we are. So the essence of that I'm saying is that start building your character even before you have the money. Start building a saving culture, a respectful culture, a loving culture. Start doing all those things before you get to but by the time the money come, in anticipation of the money. Okay. The fifth one is cash flow is king. Cash flow, you must always have cash flow reserved because opportunities come. And a man, even if you're not using the money, is a man's self-confidence is blown knowing that he has millions in the account, even if he doesn't touch it. You work in a different way than a man who knows that let nothing just happen to me now. Okay, that's the fifth one. Number six is time is more valuable than money. We should use our times well. Time well spent is the best. You cannot reverse time you spent with your growing yourself, time learning a skill, time spending with your father, time spending with your loved ones. You can't buy that. Money can't get any of those things. Okay. Um, Number seven is multiple streams of income. Like I told you, I'm not telling you to get 10 jobs at the same time. I'm just saying have other sources of income, something like augment when your this thing is low and it's not for you to get another job or to invest the money. Save, 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 invest. That's the strategy. So you can save for either 6 months, invest, or save for 1 year, invest, or save for 3 months, invest, or monthly invest. Depends on how much you put aside. The final one is, and the most important to me, lifestyle will eat you alive. Okay? Your lifestyle is the most important. What lifestyle are you setting? What lifestyle are you living? Okay? Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sam. This is No with Sam. I'm just sharing my mistakes, my growth. I hope I'm able to add more, a little bit of value to you. If you have any question, if you're a young guy and you have a question, you can add. And if you're a parent and you think you want to share yours, if you're older, 75, what are some things you learned, the mistakes you made, and you want to share with the younger people, do that. Have a beautiful day. Stay blessed. Stay winning.